Obiora Ifo, the National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party, claimed that Peter Obi, who stood for president but lost to Tinubu, did not bring any legal proceedings in the US. Obiora Ifo asserted that Atiku Abubakar had asked a court in the United States of America, USA, for access to Tinubu's academic records in Chicago State University. Both Peter Obi of the Labour Party and Atiku of the PDP have petitions contesting the election of Tinubu of APC with the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal in Abuja. Obiora Ifo claimed that despite the Legitimacy Act during the 2023 election, Labour Party Presidential Peter Obi clearly won the election, and with the evidence that supports the side of their arguments. According to Punch newspaper, Obiora Ifo's response to the possibility that Peter Obi would sue Tinubu in the United States was, our candidate Peter Obi did not petition any courts in the US concerning Tinubu. Only Atiku did it, to my knowledge. But what we are saying is that Peter Obi, who received the most valid vote, should be officially recognized as the election's victor. According to the Labour Party's National Publicity Secretary, despite the irregularities performed during the election, Obi still clearly won. We have laid forth the evidence that supports our side of the argument, and we have faith that the learned justices will let that data inform their decision. Nothing can sway us from this position. Is anybody accusing Peter Obi of going to the US to seek justice against it, or to seek any form of document to disqualify Tinubu? I'm yet to see that. Atiku Abubakar challenging Tinubu in US court is to put the record straight concerning Tinubu's academic qualifications and eligibility to contest for the office he presently occupied, as stated in Section 103D of the country's constitutional provisions. Our God is smarter than Tinubu and his company. I love Atiku Abubakar fighting spirit strategy, especially against Tinubu. Yeah, Obi didn't lose to Tinubu. That's what somebody's saying, but was manipulatedly rigged out. It's a pity that our position, you are still blind. It gets to the point where you refuse to ride on the tide, and delusional depositions and sanity get a grip on what matters most. The Obiora Ifo is very correct. Evil minds are very clear, and it is simple to identify. Yes, so the God's glory, God's blessing, God bless His Excellency Peter Obi, Dati Yusuf, and Nigerians. I hate distractions and echoes. Obi said the election was not uploaded live, hence the elections is invalid. So now, how now he claimed that he won the elections, or suddenly there was a live transmission of results? What of a Chimamanda petition to America on behalf of Peter Obi? You closer to your whatever, you will see the Missian because of tribalism. Some people are talking because of tribalism. Let's see, wow, my goodness, how all this will lead to them. They are suffering it, but they don't know it. The problem is that they will continue to point fingers at people who are not the cause of the problems, as some are just suffering and they believe it is the way of life. They believe it is the way of life. And that's why when you be saying A, they'll be talking about B. Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? They say, oh, they are even praising their oppressors, hailing their oppressors, because they have already given up. If you cannot beat them, you join them. That is the rhetoric now. Even some people do not see it, but their actions, okay, says it all. You see, it says it all. Well, because the election tribunal has no business with a US palaver here, but the one the article is doing, you go get a bill. That's why they say all eyes on judiciary. Either win or lose in Abuja, Tinubu still has majority votes, thereby making him to win the presidential election. Article will lose gallantly. There are many issues raised concerning Tinubu's purported declaration as winner of the 25th of February presidential election in line with the Constitution, Electoral Act provisions, and INEC guidelines, which were flawed. One, drug matters and the forfeitures case. Secondly, minimum of 25% of total votes cast in the FCT. 3. 18,088 CTC blood votes INEC submitted as valid before the declaration of a winner, which represents over 2.5 million votes unaccounted for. Double nomination. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.